Thanks, Ishir, for having me here. Yes, as you said, the request for the moratorium from the customers have come. We've got about 52% of our customers opting for the moratorium, and a disproportionate number of this has come from the self-employed customers, unsurprisingly. Yes, the self-employed customers are the hardest hit. The people who run SMEs or they run their own shops are the ones that are hardest hit, and therefore it's quite natural that they've sought a cash flow relief. Um, Salaried employees are a small percentage. Those that have had delays in salary payments or they've lost their jobs due to this prolonged lockdown are the ones that have opted, but it's a very small number compared to this total. It's nearly about a four-fifths to a fifth in terms of self-employed to salary. Post lockdown, yes, I mean there will be a behavioral shift because people have got used to a payment holiday, although it comes at a cost. It's a function of how their business revives post this lockdown. What is the, when is the lockdown going to end, and how is the demand going to surface post the lockdown? So there are a lot of these factors. Although we think that a house is a very, very important asset in someone's portfolio, so therefore they're not going to let a lender take over that asset or start legal proceedings for that asset, etc. So therefore that will still be high on the agenda. These 3 months will not suddenly shift their outlook towards a repayment of mortgages, etc. Although there will be some staggered payments from especially from people who are just recovering, and there will be partial cash flow reliefs, etc. So a lot of these things are something that we are waiting and watching. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, the self-employed and the SMEs are the ones that will be the hardest hit. Yes, I get. I mean, I understand and I agree with you that no lender lends money to repossess houses because we are not in the business of repossessing houses. Our objective is to get repaid from the cash flows of the customers. From a government support, yes, I mean, government is talking about a lot of relief. Currently, they're talking about relief for the financial sector, banking sector, NBFCs, etc. They're also talking about some credit guaranteed products also. Although a lot of NBFCs, there are a couple of them who actually launched some working capital loans for customers, top-up loans for customers, etc. But then this is a catch-22. You want to give these top-up loans and cash flow loans to customers who have not taken a moratorium, and they are the ones who don't need it. The ones that need this top-up loans are the ones that have taken a moratorium and that have seen a hit in their cash flows, and they need money to invest to restart their business. So there's a complete stoppage of activities, as of March 24th. And then let's say you start your business, whenever you restart it, it is not that they're going to have cash on hand or they have receivables or inventory stuck with them in their respective businesses. So to that extent, those are the guys that need money. And typically the way a lender will look at it is like, those are my, red flag customers because they've already taken a moratorium and I don't know whether they are going to repay their EMI or not. So therefore, how do I assess them, etc. So this is a very, this is something that we've also been debating as to how do we solve this equation. I mean, of course, there may be some government guarantees, there may be some relief, etc. But I don't think the government is going to step in and say, I'm going to stand guarantee for whatever loan that you give to the customers, and therefore I will do it. But I don't think the governments are in a position to do that either. So we'll need to come up with some smart products, and maybe not on a large scale, maybe in some small scale. Can you step in and provide some working capital relief to these self-employed and SMEs? This is something that's in the works, and I'm sure that people will work this out and figure out a model. See, there is likely to be a shift, no doubt. I mean, post lockdown, when we all get to the streets, the first thing that a customer is not going to do is to go and talk to a builder and saying, I want to buy a home, etc. That's not going to happen, and therefore we all should be, fairly aware of such a fact. But having said this, to think about it in a 6 months time frame is very, very difficult because I don't think there will be a customer shift, there will be a behavioral shift, but Nothing dramatic in the first 6 months to say that the business model has to change. People will do different things, etc. Demand will continue to be muted in the first 6 months, no doubt, and maybe I would even go to the extent of saying 6 to 12 months. But certainly, and that's also because of, like you said, is also because of this recency effect. We all have our biases. People are scared right now. Will there be a second round of this whole thing coming up? What should I do? Should I be saving cash? Should I be should I be keeping money for emergencies and all of those things? And you won't be surprised if people start stocking up groceries and other things to provide for a similar situation should things happen like this. But having said this, over the next 18 months or so, I would expect the demand for houses to come back again. People will not stop buying houses just because there is this COVID, and enough things have happened in the past to tell us that all of those short-term reactions to that will eventually we will get over, and therefore this too shall pass. However, from a price perspective, from a sales velocity perspective, it's not going to be that 25 homes. If you were selling 25 homes earlier in a month, you probably are going to sell 8 to 10. And therefore, to that extent, people will be very cagey of expecting some price corrections. And the builders will be wondering, should I drop the prices now or should I hold on? So the guys who are not leveraged, guys who've got cash, will hold on. But if I am a typical builder, who most of who are well leveraged, therefore they would like to see cash. They would say that look, if A is offering 10% lower than what I used to get before, let me just sell and convert to cash, because there is pressure from my lender to pay my dues. So therefore, I'm better off collecting cash than sitting on inventory, etc. So a lot of these things, the guys, who's going to blink first, and therefore, you will get prices. But I don't think there will be, deals in the market that, you can go and buy bargain buys, etc. There will be price corrections, but we'll have to wait and watch how much is that going to be and how deep is that going to be.